Alright, welcome to Coding with Bert. My name is Bert. This is my second Java tutorial video on Java programming, and today we're actually going to write our first Java program. This is going to be a hello world program, so it's going to be a very simple program. This is usually the program that people first learn. This is usually the first program people learn, and all it is it's just going to display a message saying hello world. That's literally it. But it's going to give you a good introduction to Java programming. So let's just get started. First thing we're going to do is click on Eclipse and open it up. We're going to get this flash screen. It's going to take a second, and eventually we're going to get this Eclipse launcher. Here we're going to be able to select a workspace, and so I'm going to leave it by default in this Eclipse workspace folder, but you can change it. And so what a workspace is basically where would you like to save all of your Java files? Where would you like to save this project? And what folder? I'm just gonna leave it to be saved in the default Eclipse workspace folder, but if you want to select another directory, you can go ahead and type it in or hit browse or whatever you'd like. Whenever you're ready, you can just tick this off. And this was just gonna say, okay, don't ask me where you want my workspace to be again. I'm just gonna leave it so that it's always Eclipse workspace. Of course, if you want to have multiple workspaces, leave this unchecked. Next, hit launch. After a couple seconds, this is gonna show up again, and Eclipse is gonna open up. And here we go. So the first thing we're gonna see, because it's the first time we run Eclipse, is this welcome screen. What I suggest you do is uncheck this always show button here, uncheck that, and then close out of this because this is really unnecessary. So let's close this, and here you are. Welcome to Eclipse IDE. This is what it looks like, and we're gonna get familiarized with this fairly quickly. I do realize that this might seem a little overwhelming right now, but here in a couple videos you're gonna feel right at home. So first thing we're gonna do to start our project is create a new project. So we're gonna go File, New, Java Project. First thing we're going to do is give this a name. So hello world tutorial. Of course, you can give it whatever name you want. I suggest you start with a capital uppercase letter. Finish. Next, we're going to right click on this and go to New, Class. And again, give this a name. I suggest this is an uppercase letter as well. Hello world. Of course, this can be named anything. Always should start by convention with an uppercase letter. Click Finish. Now Eclipse is going to do us a favor and write some code for us. So here we go. We got a little bit of code here automatically written by Eclipse. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we go. That looks better. Now, what we're going to do is write our first program. Now, I do realize that a lot of this is going to seem like gibberish to you. You don't understand what most of these words mean, and I understand that. But for this video, I ask you to bear with me. Eventually, within the next couple videos, this is going to, you're going to know exactly what all these mean, and you're going to know what's going on. Now, right now, I do realize a lot of this is going to be completely foreign to you, but just bear with me. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is indent, and within these two curly braces, we're going to write our code. Most of our code is going to be written between curly braces. So every single Java project you write will include this line of code. So here we go. You need to memorize this. Here we go. Public static void main. Open parentheses, and it's cool that Eclipse automatically adds a close parentheses every time you open one. And then you're going to type capital S, string, open bracket, and then it automatically gives you a close bracket, and then space args. So here, this line of code right here, you need to memorize this. This is incredibly important. This is called the main method declaration. Public static void main string args. I understand that this is completely foreign to you. You don't know what these words mean, but here in the next couple of videos, you'll understand what this all means. All you need to know right now is that you need to memorize this, and that every single Java project you make will include this line. Next, we're going to hit enter, open curly brace, and it automatically makes a closed curly brace for us. Now, our code is going to go in between these two curly braces. So, in order to print something out to the user, we write the following code. Capital S system dot out dot print ln, and then we're going to open parentheses, and it's automatically going to give us a closed parentheses again. Open quotation, and it automatically gives us a closed quotation, and within here we write our message, in this case, hello world. Then at the end of this line, semicolon. Most Java lines of code will end with a semicolon. All right, so now let's recap what we've done. We went to File, New Java project. We gave it a name, Hello World Tutorial. It showed up here in the Package Explorer. We then right-clicked, made a new class, named it Hello World. We have this line of code automatically named for us. Then we wrote our main method declaration with some curly braces. We wrote the system.out.println line of code, and we wrote our message in between the parentheses, in between the quotations, and we wrote a semicolon. Next, let's hit run. Run is this green icon at the top left of the screen. Let's click on that. Bam, hello world. So we successfully wrote our first Java program. You're officially a Java programmer. Now, this could be anything. It could be hello world, it could be hello Bert. Any message that we would want to display should go in between here. Now, let me show you a couple of shortcuts. I suggest you actually memorize this and memorize this. However, if you don't feel like doing that, Eclipse has some shortcuts that can enable you to not have to memorize this. So let me show you that. Let me delete these. So the first thing we're going to do is type main. Then we're going to hold Control, click on the space bar, and click on this first one. And bam, it just writes that for you. I'm going to enter to make it look a little cleaner. And then to not have to memorize that second line, the shortcut is you write sys out with a Y, Control space, and bam, that's the second line. Then you want to write your quotation marks and your message. Hello world. And again, we can run this, and there we go, hello world. So that's just a quick shortcut, so you don't have to memorize these lines. I suggest you do memorize them because they come in really useful. But okay, well, you're officially a Java programmer. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.